Hey everyone, welcome back to RidezoneBikes, the channel where we bring you in-depth reviews and real-world insights on the hottest bikes on the market. Today, we're diving into a machine that blends classic Italian cruiser charm with modern engineering, the 2025 Moto Guzzi California 1400. If you've ever dreamed of cruising endless highways on a bike that looks as good parked outside a cafe tilde copyright in Rome as it is rolling through Route 66, then this bike just might be your next obsession. Let's get right into it. Moto Guzzi has a reputation for doing things differently, and the California line has been around for decades, since the early 70s. In fact, it's their flagship cruiser, and the 2025 California 1400 carries forward that heritage with updates that make it more refined, more comfortable, and more capable than ever. First off, let's talk about what makes this bike special. The California 1400 is powered by 1.380cc transverse V-twin AES, transverse, with those beautiful cylinder heads jutting out sideways, giving it that unmistakable Moto Guzzi silhouette. This engine is air and oil cooled, with a 90-degree layout that delivers a mountain of torque right where you need it. Peak torque comes in at around 89 pounds-feet at just 2,750 revolutions per minute, which is exactly what you want for effortless highway cruising and instant roll-on acceleration. Horsepower sits at a healthy 96 horses at 6,500 revolutions per minute. But more importantly, the power delivery is buttery smooth and linear. It doesn't matter if you're pulling away from a standstill or overtaking at 60 miles per hour. The California 1400 has grunt for days. It's paired with a 6-speed gearbox and final shaft drive, which is a big plus on a touring cruiser. It's clean, reliable, and reduces maintenance compared to chain. Moto Guzzi has also updated the ride-by-wire throttle system for 2025, making throttle response even crisper. You can choose from 3 riding modes: Tourist mode for smooth touring, Veloce for a sharper, more responsive feel, and Paglia for wet or low traction conditions. It's a thoughtful touch that gives you real flexibility for different situations. Moving on to the chassis. This bike is built around a steel tubular frame designed to handle the big V-twins to work without flexing. Up front, you get a 46mm telescopic fork with 120mm of travel, while the rear features a double shock setup with adjustable preload and damping. It's not sport bike firm, but it's plenty stable, giving you confidence whether you're leaning into sweepers or just gliding down straight roads. The ride quality strikes a great balance, plush enough to soak up bumps but tight enough to keep things composed at speed. Brakes are another area where Moto Guzzi didn't cut corners. You've got dual 320mm floating discs up front with Brembo radial mount calipers and a single 282mm disc in the back. ABS is standard, and the Brembos have excellent initial bite without being grabby, which is exactly what you want on a heavy cruiser. Speaking of heavy, let's address the elephant in the room. The California 1400 tips the scales at around 740 pounds wet. It's a big bike, and you'll feel it at low speeds, but once you're moving, the weight virtually disappears thanks to the low center of gravity. Maneuvering at parking lot speeds takes a bit of planning, but it's remarkably stable in motion. On to design. This is where the California 1400 really stands out. There's something timelessly cool about the big chrome cylinder heads, the sculpted 7-gallon tank, and the wide, pulled-back handlebars. The 2025 update gives it subtle but impactful changes: redesigned LED lighting with a modernized headlamp that still nods to classic cruiser style, new switchgear that's more ergonomic, and refreshed paint options like Nero Volcano Black, Bianco Perla Pura White, and Rosso Guzzi Red. Each one pops in the sunlight and complements the bike's mix of old-school and contemporary lines. The seat is a work of art in itself, broad, well-cushioned, and low at just 29 inches, making it accessible for riders of different heights. The passenger seat is also generously padded, and there are standard grab rails to keep your pillion comfortable. Moto Guzzi has always been good at adding practical touches. You've got cruise control, a full-color TFT display that shows everything from fuel range to tire pressure, Bluetooth connectivity to link your phone for calls or music, and even integrated heated grips for those chilly morning rides. One of the big updates for 2025 is the inclusion of Moto Guzzi's latest traction control system, which is more seamless than before and customizable through the dash menu. It's not overly intrusive, but it's reassuring when you're riding on slick roads or gravelly mountain passes. As for touring capability, the California 1400 comes standard with a quick-detach windscreen that does a fantastic job of cutting wind blast at highway speeds. Moto Guzzi also redesigned the optional hard saddlebags to offer more capacity. They now hold a combined 50 liters. With a smoother hinge and better sealing against rain. A rear luggage rack is also available if you need even more carrying space. This makes it easy to pack for weekend trips or longer adventures without needing aftermarket solutions. Fuel range is impressive for a big twin. The 7-gallon tank gives you 250 300 miles per fill-up, depending on your riding style. That's a major advantage for those who want to cover long distances without constantly stopping for gas. Let's talk price. The 2025 Moto Guzzi California 1400 starts at $22,995, which places it in premium territory. But remember, this bike is loaded with standard features like cruise, traction control, and advanced electronics that are optional or absent on many competitors. Factor in the unique Italian craftsmanship, and you're getting a lot of bike for the money. Plus, Moto Guzzi's warranty now offers 3 years, unlimited miles, with roadside assistance included, giving you peace of mind for the long haul. So, who is the California 1400 really for? If you want a cruiser that isn't just a cookie-cutter copy of an American V-twin, this bike is a statement of individuality. It's for riders who appreciate heritage but demand modern performance and amenities. It's for those who want a machine that can gobble up miles in supreme comfort while turning heads at every gas stop. And it's for anyone who understands that a motorcycle can be a piece of art as well as a mode of transportation. In terms of unique selling points, the transverse V-twin layout gives the California a distinctive character. It rumbles and rocks slightly side to side at idle, reminding you there's a living, breathing engine beneath you. The shout drive means smoother power delivery and less mess compared to chain. The 3 riding modes and advanced electronics offer modern convenience without detracting from the visceral experience. And let's not forget the unmistakable Italian design that sets it apart from the sea of American and Japanese cruisers. On the road, the California 1400 shines brightest at relaxed, open road cruising speeds between 60 and 80 miles per hour. The big twin settles into a loping rhythm, the scenery flows by effortlessly, and the bike feels like it could go on forever. It's surprisingly composed in corners, though don't expect it to carve like a sport bike. Ground clearance is decent for a cruiser, but floorboards will touch down if you get too enthusiastic. Still, it holds the line beautifully once leaned over and never feels vague or wallowy. Vibration is minimal at cruising speeds thanks to rubber engine mounts and refined internal balancing. The exhaust note is pure Moto Guzzi, deep, throaty, and soulful without being obnoxiously loud. It's the kind of sound that makes you crack the throttle just for the joy of it. In stop-and-go traffic, you'll feel the heat from the big engine on hot days, but thanks to improved cooling fins and an updated oil radiator, it's more manageable than older Guzzi big twins. The clutch has a lighter pull than you'd expect for a bike of this size, making urban rides less tiring than you might think. To sum it all up, the 2025 Moto Guzzi California 1400 is more than just a motorcycle, it's an experience. It's rolling homage to decades of cruiser tradition with a distinctly Italian twist, modernized where it matters most. From its massive torque and smooth ride to its classy design and advanced features, it stands out in a crowded field of cruisers. Whether you're a seasoned rider looking for a unique grand tourer or someone stepping up to a premium cruiser for the first time, the California 1400 deserves a serious look. That's it for our review today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe to RidezoneBikes, And drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of the 2025 Moto Guzzi California 1400. When you take it over a Harley Road King or an Indian Super Chief, do you love the unique Guzzi vibe or prefer something more traditional? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and we'll see you in the next video.